about something all of us need more of, and that's gathering. Now, I'm not talking about casual surface level get together, but the need for a deeper connection, an intentional gathering in a life changing way. If this is a topic that interests you, I welcome you to like, to comment, to share, and of course, subscribe. And on the topic of gathering, I want to invite you to a gathering that's already happening, one that can help you to break free from self doubt, from isolation, and even from stagnation. Powerful stuff. So let's talk about what's happening when men in midlife start to disengage. Maybe you feel like no one is understanding what you're going through. You might start thinking, I'll figure it out on my own. I know I've been there. You might lose motivation and start doubting yourself. Things that used to bring you joy don't anymore. You might sign up for things thinking, yeah, maybe that could help, but then you don't follow through. Does any of that sound familiar? Well, you're not alone. There's lots of us that fall into those situations. But here's the thing, real transformation, it doesn't happen in isolation. It's about community. It happens with the support of others, in gathering, in sharing. Yeah, I see all the time how men might sign up for something like my Men Managing Midlife's group, and then they know it will help, but for whatever reason, they choose not to show up. They find excuses, they get stuck in their patterns. And that's where the biggest mistake happens. I recently read an amazing article that kind of got me rethinking how I look at gathering in today's world. I know intuitively that isolation is a challenge and a problem for midlife men. This article kind of confirmed everything. It talked about how we live in this amazing digital age, and it's such an important and powerful time for connection, one would think. But something is missing, and there's actually a big paradox afoot. While we're online 24/7, we're actually lonelier than we've ever been. We're actually lonelier than we've ever been statistically. So we need real human connection. We are creatures of connection. We're social beings. We need spaces where we can be seen, heard, and understood. In particular, in midlife, this is important. We need gatherings with intention, intentional meeting spaces where we can come together and feel secure with what we're talking about, feel trusted, that there's a confidentiality and a brotherhood. Here's the part of that article and my reflections that has hit me the hardest. Gathering only has power when we choose to show up. And a lot of us aren't doing that. So in the Men Managing Midlife group, we set a time, a consistent time, a regular time to meet, to make it easier, in fact. We meet every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time for just an hour. And in that time, we talk about real issues. They can be brought forward by the participants, or maybe I have a bit of a plan in terms of a theme that we can explore. You share ideas, insights, and strategies, and learn how to navigate midlife together and with greater confidence. If you need some guidance, I offer some hot seat coaching sessions in these meetings to help you break through something that might be holding you back. And let's be clear, a lot of the stuff that holds us back, we're unconscious of. We just know that something's getting in the way. That's my job, is to help to unveil some of that. And I can do that in these sessions. So just remember that signing up isn't enough. Signing up doesn't change your life. Signing up doesn't shift your mindset. Signing up doesn't give you the support that you need and the community to plug into. Showing up does, though. If you don't show up, you're missing the power of the group. You're missing the power of the community. You're missing the connections, the insights, and the transformation that can only happen when you engage. I get it. We live busy lives. We are busy. And maybe we're tired, especially because energies shift in midlife. You might be trying to summon up greater energy for these types of things. This is something we can address in these sessions. I'm an energy worker. I know how to do that. And sometimes you might just not feel like showing up. I get that too. But the only way to affect change is to have the discipline to begin making it. But if you keep doing what you're doing and you keep feeling like things are going to change, but they don't, you'll continue to feel the way you feel. That will be your future. Your past will become your future. That's just how it works. So here's what I would like you to do. If you've already signed up for these Men Managing Midlife sessions, then that's great. Then you just simply need to show up on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you haven't signed up yet, then do it now. The link is below. If you've been hesitating, doubting, and avoiding taking any kind of action in midlife, I implore you to act now, whether it's with my group or some other group or some initiative to keep you plugged in, connected. And we can stay connected virtually. Yes, face-to-face live things are great, but the reality is we live in a digital age, so we need to figure out how can we make this digital age work for us, align better with us. The truth is, if you want to feel better, stronger, and more connected, you need to be in the space, in the room, in this case, in a virtual room, in a Zoom room, in Zoom community. The power of this group is only unlocked when you step up, when we step up together. So this is my invitation to you. Midlife doesn't have to be a time of doubt. It doesn't have to be a time of isolation. And it doesn't have to be a time that you ultimately end up regretting not having taken action while you were in it. You can take that action now. It can be a time for growth. It can be a time for transformation. And this is my big thing. It can be a time for establishing purpose. So important. But you don't have to do that alone. So join us Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Be there. Show up. Show up for yourself. When you show up for yourself, it's going to impact not only you, not only your immediate connection and family, it's going to impact everyone around you. This is needed at this time. We're in a challenging time, both in terms of your position in your midlife, but also on that whole geopolitical level. We need to support each other. I hope to see you Wednesday at 5 p.m.